Hello, hello. Would you like a cookie? All right, so I made these cookies on the last broadcast. These are really easy, like, I don't know, 4 ingredients to make chocolate chip cookies that come out thick, soft, crunchy, chewy, delicious. So go back and watch that one. But today, or right now, we're going to be making some Chef Bob's almost Welsh cookies. Let's put these back and I'll show you some of the other ones. We also made some peanut butter cookies on the other broadcast also. Some of them have some little Hershey Kisses in them. These are too cute. My mom had a few of them. And so, whoa, we are on a cookie roll today. It is Haps Cooking Saturday, and we're broadcasting up to Twitter and Facebook. All right. So these ingredients, all these cookies I've made, the recipes will be put in my VIP group. So please join my VIP group on Facebook to get the recipes. All right. So this one here calls for. We're just going to do half the batch because I don't know how much it's going to make, but 4 cups of flour is quite a lot. I have 2 cups of flour right here, and we're going to be using some nutmeg. I already ground up some nutmeg. So it's going to have a very heavy flavor of nutmeg in this. We have baking powder, okay, baking soda, which I already measured out. We have a cup of sugar right here, and a half a cup of shortening, which is basically lard. All right, so we have this, and we're going to be using 1 egg and some milk. I'm going to crack my egg and get this done first so that we have it ready to go. In this quick cooker back here that you see, I still have my vegetable turkey stock going on there, which is yum, yum, yum. It is smelling my house so good. All right, so I have my 1 egg. Let's scramble up our egg and just get it mixed up a little bit. And we're going to add in a 1/4 cup of milk, right? 1/4 cup of milk. I'm sure you can use any type of milk. I'm using whole milk on this one because that's what's in my house. Welcome. My name is Alexis. I'm an independent consultant for Pampered Chef, and all the tools you see here are available for sale. Yes, they are. Just reach out to me, and we can get them into your kitchen. All right, there we go. Put in a 1/4 cup of milk and scramble that up. Let's get it going. And welcome to the broadcast. How are you doing? And awesome Abel Skivers there. I was wondering if you're going to fill them with anything. Those would be really great to fill with pudding or those jams that you recommended there. Aiden's in the house. Hello, Aiden. How are you doing? And I think that's it for right now. So let's get going because this is going to be a quick broadcast. Hopefully, we're not going to be baking these. We're going to be making this on a griddle. So these are cookies. Instead of going into the oven, we're going to do, instead of on the stovetop, I have my griddle over there ready to go. So let's, it says to here, blend the dry ingredients until crumbly. So we're going to put in 2 cups of sifted all-purpose flour. Okay, all-purpose flour is going in there. That's 2 cups there. We're going to put in our 1.5 teaspoons of ground nutmeg there, and baking powder. We need 1.5 teaspoons of baking powder. Now the baking powder and the baking soda is what's going to make it rise. All right. So let's put this in. There we go. Put that. That's 1 teaspoon and now a half one of baking powder. Got it. And I have already a 1/4 of a teaspoon of baking soda done up for us. Done. I put all this stuff in my dirty basket area there. And we're going to do 1 cup of sugar. Add that in. There we go. And a 1/4 teaspoon of cinnamon. I'm using my Pampered Chef Core and J cinnamon. It's only available. The cinnamon and the cinnamon plus are only available until the end of the year. So if you want this type of cinnamon, definitely order it now. Now, you know I like a lot of cinnamon, so I'm doing a little bit more cinnamon than what it calls for. There we go. Because I am a cinnamon user. All right, so we got all that. We're going to get a fork and just mix this all together. And notice I'm using a fork today just to get it going. So we're going to scramble up or mix up our dry ingredients, which is our flour, sugar, baking powder, baking soda, and cinnamon here and nutmeg. All right. This batter already smells just delicious, just the way it is. But we got all that mixed up. There, nicely done up. Now we're going to add in our baking stick, which this here is Crisco, and it is lard. Is what it is. What it is. I don't cook with this that often, but I have 1/4, half a stick left, which is a half of a cup of shortening. Okay, half a cup with shortening. Now this one here, we're going to get our fork and we're going to mix it up and just put tiny little pieces in here. Now this has been sitting at room temperature. I just keep this at room temperature. All right, and just put it in different pieces. Let's see if I can get it in there. And we're going to blend this with a pastry blender. All right, let's see if we get that off. Try not to put it all in one lump. It might make it easier to mix it up. All right. I rarely ever use this, so I'm trying to use this. Actually, we're using it up. All right, there we go. Got it all in. Got it all. All right. Yeah, that. Now we're going to use a pastry blender here. Hey, Demi, how are you doing? Thank you for the award there, and Demi. All right. Hey. So let's get our pastry blender. This thing has like little edges so we can mix it together really good. All right. And just mix it in with our flour. Just blend together until it gets nice and crumbly looking. All right. Here, you hear my little jingle bells? I got my fascinator on. That's what y'all call it over on the other side of the pond. All right. There we go. We're just going to mix this up. And, all right. Just keep mixing it. So it's nice and crumbly. Wow, that's just looking good, right? Just keep on going until you figure it out. There's no little, like a lot of lumps in here. And then that way, you know, you got all that, the lard mixed together. All right, there you go. My dog's making a lot of noise in the other room. Not as bad as when he was barking on the first broadcast today. There we go. Let's just, I'm getting my fork so I can get it up from the bottom. Right. And just mix it up again. And maybe take this about maybe 2 minutes of mixing. Might be good enough. But we're going to try and get it to a crumbly consistency. Hello, Eden. Hello. All right, so hopefully I have no trolls in here because, boy, Mrs. Claus was really mad about that troll. That troll is not going to get any Christmas gifts for being so nasty, right? Right. If you don't mind, if you're on Facebook, please share out to your profiles. You can share out from my business page or my profile itself. All right. I do go back and look at your comments on all platforms, or at least I try to go back and look at them all on the different platforms. However, I'm going to download this video using the app called Friendly, and I will upload it to YouTube so my YouTube viewers can see it in a little bit. So that's how I'm going to get it to YouTube. You can download it if you have something on Facebook or see something on Facebook that you like a video. You can go to the Friendly app and pull up that broadcast and then download it and then upload it to YouTube. Just FYI, that's just one way of doing it. All right, so this is looking like wet sand right now rather than fluffy flour. I'm gonna get some more in here. All right, there we go. All right, so it's looking like definitely rough, wet sand. So now we got that done. We're gonna add in, so it says stir, blend the dry ingredients until crumbly with the shortening in it. And now we're gonna stir in our milk and our egg mixture together into the dry mixture. That's why we did this one first. We're just gonna stir that in. Yeah. Use our fork again and just stir. There we go, just stir it. So hopefully my friend, this Bob is actually one of Bryce's elementary school friends that he met when we were in Pennsylvania. And I follow Bob on Facebook. And Bob posted this recipe saying it's Bob's almost Welsh cookies. It's not quite all Welsh cookies. I'm not sure what Welsh cookies are, but I thought, hey, this is simple enough. I can make this. Okay. So it's going to say mix this into a workable dough. Hopefully it's going to be a workable dough. I'm trying to still mix it together. It's getting a little rough. Getting a little rough in here. May have to put some of my stuff away so that we can get more room to spread it out, because we're going to roll this dough out once it gets into a dough and make them into cookies. All right. So it is getting rough. Let me get a scraper out, because a scraper might work a little bit better than this. Let's put that there and get a scraper, a big scraper, the medium-sized scraper. All right. Yeah. Yeah, I got some, I still have flour down at the bottom. I want to mix it into the bowl itself. All right. Hey, Captain Rehab, how are you doing? Captain Rehab, I have in my quick cooker here, I'm making stock for turkey soup. Yep. And once this is done, it has an hour to go, and I'm using my lid on here. Let me see. I'm using the lid right there on the quick cooker part. The quick cooker, or the slow cook is actually on a high cook. It doesn't have an option to do slow, so we put it on about 3 hours ago, and then I went live and we did the cookies, and then Anne went live on our Haps Cooking Saturday, and up next, let me see. At 1 o'clock is supposed to be Jay, but Jay is having emergency surgery for his gallbladder. So after Jay, at 2 o'clock Eastern time, will be Melanie from the UK. So she's up next in about an hour. All right, there we go. Hello, Missy Mouse. How are you doing? We are making almost Welsh cookies. I never had this cookie before, so this is basically an experiment for me. We're using somebody else's recipe. And I need to get a little bit more mixed together because there's a little bit dry sand at the bottom. All right, just get it until it's all mixed together. Scrape down the sides. All right, and we're going to be making this on the electric grill and griddle. It's called a DEGG, electric grill and griddle. It is not baked in the oven. So if you don't have an oven this year, don't worry. You can do cookies in the air fryer or on your griddle. Right. See, I see the flour. There's still some flour down at the bottom. We're just mixing it in until it gets to a nice consistency. There we go. It's getting like dough-like. All right. It's definitely like really wet sand right now, like super wet sand. Like we're making sandcastles here. Hello. Oh, I know. O for J. I know. Welsh cakes. No, they're cookies. They're cookies. He says Welsh cookies. I printed the recipe exactly the way he did. I just printed it right out. All right, let's get those off. All right, got that. I'm going to remove my nice little mat here. I love these mats because I can put them over when they're dirty and put them right into the sink. There we go. And we're going to use our surface here. Let me move that around. And we're going to roll these babies out. I should roll them on here because then I could pick them up. I'm thinking, which way would be better? No, they said roll them out, so let's just roll them out. All right, so we got the dough here. I think I need to knead it just a little bit more. It has a little more flour looking there. All right, let me put this over to the side and roll it out. Okay, there. All right, so I'm going to let this sit for a few minutes once we get it kneaded all together. That's looking really like dough. All right. There we go. We can use our roller. And he said to put it roll out the dough a little thicker than pie crust and cut rounds with a cookie cutter or a small glass, about 2-inch rounds. Okay, so 2-inch rounds. These are the Biscuit Cutters by Pampered Chef, and I think this is about 2 inches right here, the second one here. Let me make sure. It goes from 2 to 4. It's a little bit bigger than that, but I think this one's going to be too small. That one is about 1.5 inches, and this one's about 2.5 inches. So we'll do big cookies. We'll do 2 big cookies, okay? Yeah, let's do big cookies. All right. Got that. Let's roll this baby out. It doesn't say chill or anything, okay? So roll it out. Ugh. I think I would have chilled this just for a little bit. All right. Yeah. I'm not sure if it's going to be hard to pick up. Okay, there we go. Yeah, go one way. If anybody knows if I'm doing this right or wrong, please let me know. All right, so you're talking amongst yourselves. There we go. Let's put that out. little bit thicker than pie crust. All right. I don't know how thick pie crust is. Pretty thin, y'all. There we go. It's getting stuck. Gentle, Alexis. Gentle. So, Bob, if you're watching, we are making these compliments of you. Okay? These are Bob's cookies. Almost Welch cookies. I don't know if anybody's Welsh in here. That looks about right now. Okay, you're thinking about right now. All right, let's leave it that way. All right, so we're going to let this sit for a sec. All right, because I'm going to take you over here, and I'm going to throw this away. We don't need this anymore. And I'm going to pick you up and take you over to where we're going to cook it. So this one here is Deluxe Grill and Griddle by Pampered Chef. It is a product that's been out for a little while. I haven't used it too much because I like my stove. All right, so this one here, we're going to open this up. I have it plugged in right now, but I keep this little styrofoam in between it so it doesn't scratch my plates. The plates are removable so that you can pop them out. So they pop them out, and you can actually use, they pop right out and they clean up really easy. It also comes with a grill, so you can do grilling on here. And it has waffle plates available also. All right, so we're going to turn it on. All right, turn it on. And I'm going to cook this at, let me see, he said, just a grill. All right, so we're going to do griddle. Do over the griddle, which is 350 degrees. And we're going to do 60 minutes on here. It gives you my time, but it's heating up right here. So I'm going to close this because it's heating up both sides, and it'll heat up faster when it's closed. All right, so when it's closed. Now, one thing really good about this, if you're using it, it does pop off so that if you want to do like a panini, it heats it from the top and bottom so you have space in between here. But I don't need it that way, so I'm going to pop it back up, put this down, and all the way down, and let it heat up by itself. All right, let me say hello to everybody. Hello. Hey, it's Alexis, your Pampered Chef consultant here in Southeast Coastal Georgia, where I come live and I teach you how to use your kitchen tools along with recipes so you can make what I'm making at my house at your house. All right, so I got my glasses on, but I had a few people say that they liked the other glasses. But these are 2.5, 2.25. And these glasses, y'all said these looked really good. These are 3.0s. So anyway, what do you think? Do I need a new set of glasses like this? Your glasses are perfect. Which one? The old ones or my mom's glasses? These are my mom's glasses. I'm not sure if I like the blue. Have to get a different color on there. Let's see. Hey, I haven't been to Wales in years. I do like the nice panini. Yeah, a nice panini. And that you use the grill on the panini so you get the grill marks on there. Your glasses are perfect. I love the glasses. They both look nice. Thanks, Anne. Whichever one lets you see best. They both, this one is like magnifying glasses because it's above my prescription, but I can go down like this. I can't see the screen like this, but I need to have this to see the screen. I can't see anything without glasses from my nose to the end of my hand. Okay, so I can't see that far. Everything else I see perfectly driving the car and stuff like that. So this is heating up. It will beep at us once it's heated up, but we're going to go back over and cut up those cookies over there. So come on back over to my kitchen. Here we go. I'm going to try and put you down on here. Got the dirties on here too. Dirty dishes. All right, there we go. Let's see, and got it down. Perfect. All right, so we're going to get our cookie cutter. And this is a little bit bigger than what we need, but maybe I should do it smaller ones. I think the smaller ones might work out better. Let's try some small and large ones, okay? So, all right, 1, 2. Now, how am I going to lift this up? That's the problem, Bob. Let's see, let's get a small mat. Let's get a small mat and put the small ones on. And then that way we can roll them out again. I wonder if yeah, we can pick them up. I think the small ones might be good. He does say that they rise. Okay, let's get them up. Oh, they're coming up pretty good. They're coming up pretty good. When I'm perfectly small. Some of the edges are a little bit thinner, so I'm going to do it in the middle. Ooh. I think the 1.5 inches might work out really good. I don't want them too big. If I squishy it, it comes up easier. Let's get that off. My mom's in there watching, I think, Christmas movie. All right. I still need to go shopping today and get some stuff done after this broadcast. I did message Bryce's girlfriend. She hasn't messaged me back yet. And I haven't heard from Bryce, so I'm sure he's doing fine with Natalie and her family. He should be coming home maybe Monday. All right. And we have all those cookies to eat too. All right. Man, these are coming out nice. I think the small ones. What do you think, the small ones? Are these both coming over to, are they both coming? Oh, no. Natalie lives about 6 hours from our house. So it's closer. It's about 1.5 hours from campus to Natalie's house. And so Bryce asked if he can go to her house first. And I said, yeah, go right ahead. Because I'm not sure, if his friends are home here or what. But I don't want him stuck here with just my mom and I. All right, so my the grill is already heated up. We're gonna get a couple more of these together. Let me get another mat. All right, got another mat, y'all. I'm gonna need that. All right, let's put another mat down. I need another hand. Can somebody give me a hand? All right, there we go. Hey, Ian. All right, let's put that down. Yeah, I think these, if they spread or rise, they're gonna be fine. Plus, I'll probably give them away. I'm not sure when I'm doing all these cookies, y'all. I don't need to eat. I already ate 2 chocolate chip cookies and 1 peanut butter cookie today. My mom had a few. All right, there we go. There. All right. Okay. And then he says the cook on a grill about 2 minutes per side until golden brown. So 2 minutes per side. All right, let's get these babies together. We're going to need to roll this out again. There we go. I may keep that dough for later. Let's move these over to the other side and get them ready to cook. All right, so we did, I don't know, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Oh my God, we have 10. We have probably 2 dozen here. All right, let's put you on this side. All right, and we're gonna do it on the griddle. All right, there, we're gonna angle you up. Make sure it's hands-free, don't fall over. And we're gonna lift this up and I'm gonna push the button over here and it lays it down nice and flat. And we're ready to go. It's counting down, it's 350 degrees. The griddle's nice and hot. And I'm gonna get these and put them right on here. And it takes about 2 minutes. I'm leaving enough room to flip them, okay? All right, and I need to get my mini skinny scraper, or mini spatula to flip these babies. Here. Wow, this is fast. Here. Let's do 1, 2. All right, fastest cookies ever. 2 minutes per side. I'm not sure about that, but we will see. I got them all on. I got them all on. Can you use both griddles? Yeah, I'm using both griddles. That's why we did them this way. All right, let's put that over there. My hands are a little bit greasy, but we're okay. I need a mini skinny. I need a flipper. Where's my? Ooh, where did I put it? I need a little a spatula. I need a spatula. Well, here. Oh, found one. Found it. We have a little small one, so we can flip these babies. All right, so 2 minutes. Alexa, set the timer for 1.5 minutes.
1 minute and 30 seconds, starting now.
Because we already had it on 30 seconds, all right? Yay. Yep, we're using both sides. Yep. Let's drink some water while we're here. Cheers. Hydration Nation. I was thirsty. All right. So we're going to see how this comes out. All right, let me see if I can get a picture. I think I have my other phone here. I do. Let's get our picture photo. And let's put all that in. Let's do a square one. Ooh, further back up. Okay. Let's do one there. All right. Do you know the capital of Wales? I have no idea, Aiden. I have no idea. Merry, Merry, Merry Christmas. Merry, Merry, Merry. Actually, we see it. It's like 3 minutes. It's already been counting down on 3 minutes. But we're going to cancel that timer out once we flip these babies. We're going to do 2 minutes on the other side. But it's counting down on here. Alexa, cancel the timer. Let's see how. Oh, yeah, we got to flip these babies. Oh, these are like little pancakes, y'all. Ooh. There. I think we should have done less. Yep. Oh, my goodness, Alexis is doing them too fast. There we go. Don't put too many on because you got to flip them fast. All right, there we go. Woo. Get these babies. We're on a flipping party here. Ooh. All right, these are like little pancakes, y'all. I think I may freeze that dough and then use it when Bryce comes home. All right. Wow, that was quick. I'm making them, or make them bigger. Yeah, or make them bigger. I think the small ones are nice for tasters, you know, rather than this big. And I think my heat might be a little bit too high. I think you need to go down a little bit on the heat. Maybe 325 might be good because it's still a little raw on this side. So let's, we can cancel this and let's go to custom and do custom, Alexis, custom. And let's go down about 6 minutes. But I need to go down on my temperature, maybe to like 325 or so. Let's just do 300 for right now. Cool it off. So this is just an experiment. Yeah, they do look great, but they're not quite done yet. So if your heat is too high, the middle is going to be mushy. All right. So we need to knock down our temperature, because it did say griddle. I put it on the griddle amount, and we'll see how that works. There we go. And let's let it cool. All right. It is cooking. So just let it sit. Even though some of them got a little scorch, we'll eat those first, right? Hey, Stevie Wonder, how you doing? So make sure you share out. This is just a different experiment that I'm using somebody else's recipe, and I did small ones. I think maybe a little bit thinner, and rather than thick, because they still are a little mushy, and I'm pushing them down a little bit. Maybe they'll cook a little bit more. I'm tapping them down. Hopefully they cook up a little bit more, even if they're not as all right. I tap them down because they're cooking up pretty good, and I don't want them too brown. Yeah. I think the lower temperature and a little bit thinner would be perfect. Great job in Welch. There, hi. Okay. So yeah, this is interesting. I wonder if this is, he didn't post what they look like. So it's really hard when you get recipes. Remember old fashioned cookbooks? You don't get pictures on the old fashioned cookbooks. And there's my mascot. Aiden has his mascot. Anne has her. Aiden has the I forgot his name, but the elf in the black suit. And then Anne has her gnome. I have my Grinch back there. We still need to make Grinch donuts when Bryce gets home. Okay. I asked for 2 cookbooks for Christmas. Did you really? Wow. What cookbooks did you ask for? All right, let's see how this is. They are still. It's still a little. Yeah, I think maybe a little bit higher on the temperature, but I don't really want to go up because they are still mushy. They're a little mushy. I don't want them mushy. Let's see. Let's cancel and let's do it. Temperature 5 minutes. Okay, 5 minutes. We'll do 5, and we'll go down. We'll go to 325. I think 325 might be a perfect temperature for this. That's what I was going to do before. It's still heating up to 325 because it's at 300 right now. Looking good, looking good. I can't wait to taste one of these. I love Pioneer Woman. A Pioneer Woman and David Venable from QVC. David's cooking. Oh my goodness. Me too. I have all her cookbooks, says Missy Mouse to Aiden. I don't have any of her cookbooks. I'm not, I'm into more healthy cooking, and I scroll through like Facebook if I see something, or on TikTok. I try to stay off of, what's that other one? Oh, um, what's that other app? Inst, no, what's the Pinterest? I try to stay off Pinterest on there. All right. I think, yeah, I think they're not as mushy right now, but they are still tender in the middle. And let me see, this was the first one we put on right here. I think it still needs time. Still needs time. Let's see how these are. Yep, they're still a little mushy. So no big deal. We changed the temperature on here. We're gonna let this go. We still have to roll out. We'll roll out the bigger ones a little bit thinner, okay, and see how those come out. But they did puff up. They did puff up on this. I just want to make sure that they're cooked underneath. Let's try one of these. Yeah, that's nicely golden brown. There we go. Add. We did add. I wonder if they'll firm up if I take them off. You know how cookies still continue to cook and then they firm up as they you put them on. Does anybody know if Welch cookies are soft or are they hard, like shortbread cookies? And that's another thing. We need to do the shortbread cookies. That is Aiden and I think Anne's recipe. One of y'all had a recipe for shortbread cookies that was pretty easy. Let's just let it go. I'd rather have them a little done. I want a mini Milrose, but I cannot get it in a cookbook. I don't know what Milrose is. Pinterest is my favorite. You can search for anything there. See, Pinterest isn't mine. I get lost there. She is too. No, she's lost a lot of weight. She is okay. I don't know what that means. I have a Jamie Oliver cookbook. There you go. We should do a segment on cookbooks. What cookbooks do you have? All right, I'm gonna put these off to the side and see if they when they cool down, do they firm up? Because I don't want to overcook them either. The bottom part is nice and golden brown. Okay, we can always put those on the top, and then we can go over and make them a little bit thinner. And believe me, we can always give these away. Don't worry. Okay, we don't like them. They are a little bit still mushy in the middle, but sometimes cookies need to be mushy in the middle because you want them to be soft. Yeah, that's really nice. Go. I don't want to overcook them. these can be, yeah. Let them go for another minute. Because they are still, this one's sort of okay. Let's see how they look. See, they're pretty nice on that side. Okay, up. All right, does anybody know what Welsh cookies look like? I should have Googled what Welsh cookies look like. I always want to taste them, just one. But this does make a lot, and I did half the batter. We're going to do it a little bit thinner and see if they cook up, how they cook up. So it's experimental cooking day. I've never cooked these before. Again, these are somebody else's recipe that I thought, hey, I can try this. This sounds pretty easy. Okay. And I'll say, Bob, is this what it's supposed to look like? Oh, yeah. All right. Let's get one of these first ones that we took out. All right, and break it apart. It is cooked all the way through. It's like a pancake. I like the taste. If you like nutmeg, this is definitely for you. I ate it all. You know it's good. All right. It's almost like chocolate chip cookie dough. It tastes like that. Yeah. All right, so let's get this thing together again, and we'll roll it out. I need to get the roller. All right, angle you down, and let's make some more. This time we're going to roll it out just a little bit thinner. And that was a lot of cookies that we made there. Okay. Just a little bit thinner. I think we should go with the same size though, or make one big one. We'll make one big one. I think the big's gonna be too big, because you know what? That was like at least a 2-bite cookie. I'm sure you can eat the whole thing. Let's get these things. There we go. Shimmy it up. So it's about the same thickness. Nice, babies, nice. It's like we're giving it a nice massage. There we go. Just go for it. There we go. All right. Oh, that is nice. Look at that. A little bit thicker than their pie dough. Okay. Which is probably the thickness of a half a centimeter. All right, or less than 1/4 of an inch. There we go. I'm going to get that and turn that on to 325, and we'll see how that works. Let's do that again. We're going to go over here to cancel. We're going to do I'm going to do 8 minutes, and I'm going to go down to 325. All right, let's get these babies on. And I'm sure you can do any type of design on these. Look how fast I'm doing it this time. Oh. All right, let's see if we can get them up and put them on, our sheet. So we can put it over on the thing. So yeah, these are a lot thinner than the last ones. So when in doubt, we can always do it a little different. Those came out great. They're some of them are a little scorch, but those are the ones that I eat. And then you give the pretty ones away. All right. And when I'm out and about, I may take them and put them in a little bag and give them to whoever's standing at Walmart. Say, here, eat these. give them a bottle of water. So I need to put some water in my car. Whoever's standing out panhandling at Walmart, we'll give them some cookies. All right. All right. So definitely get them all ready to go. Those down there. Got another one here. You're falling. Nope, you're okay. All right. A couple more. I think I like the 1.5-inch ones a little bit better than the big one, because that would be a big cookie. And if you want to taste a few cookies, then all right, let's get them all together and can roll out some more. There we go. Look how much more dough I have here. That's quite a lot of dough. Let's put this over onto the other board. There you go. Over there, they sell biscuits that fail the appearance test, but taste exactly the same for Misfits. Perfectly edible. Yeah, they are perfectly edible. All right, let me see if I got you down. And you're right there. Hopefully you don't fall. Woo, there we go. Hey, James, namaste. How are you doing? I'll go back and look at your comments. We are cooking some Welch-like cookies. And we made, the first one was a little too thick. These are a little thin. Alexa, set the timer for 2 minutes.
How long?
2 minutes.
2 minutes. Starting now.
Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We have some more. Don't worry, we still have more cookies, okay? These are cookies on the griddle that you don't need to bake in your oven. So don't tell me I can't bake because my oven's not clean or whatever. We can still make them on the griddle here. All right, 2 minutes. Perfectly edible. Yep. All right, so Jameson says, I'm going to Michael's to get her clear bag so she can package the cookies up and give them to her patients. There you go. Do you think they would be better in a regular oven, like surrounded by heat? I have no idea. This is the one, I'm making it just like he said. We can try them in the air fryer. My wife made Christmas cookies, says James Namaste, last night, and her girlfriend and the garage fridge is filled with them. I told her, please give them away. I don't want to be tempted. I know, James, it is very tempting. So definitely, if you make your cookies, you can give them away. No problem with that. These cookies are supposed to rise when you put them on the griddle, and it's only 2 minutes on each side. Now, I'm not sure about you, but every time I do cookies, it's always more time than what the actual recipe calls for. All right. So anyway, let's see how long 2 minutes is, right? Yep, they are perfectly edible, even though, look at, okay, so this is one. Oh, they come out soft on the inside, a little hard on the outside. They're definitely a 2-biter. Come out great. This one's a little scorch. Definitely great. All right, we need to get us some water. Cheers. And never trust a chef that's thin and don't eat their own food. Alexa, turn the timer off. All right, so it is 6 minutes. So we have to flip these over and do, oh, let me see. Now it's not, now I didn't want to flip over. Yeah, they're not formed yet. Wow. So see how the difference is when we did it at 350? It wasn't quite hot enough. And we did it for 2 minutes. And now these don't want to flip because they're not cooked quite yet. Let's give them another minute at 325 on our griddle. All right. Phew. These are a little bit thinner. Maybe thinner at the same temperature. This is where you do the experiment. And we figure out what the perfect temperature and timing is. Yep. Thumbs up. Okay. Another minute. All right, a minute went by. These been on for 3 minutes. And they don't want to flip. I'm going to clean off my spatula. Let me see if these flip. No. not quite cooked yet. Okay, cancel. And let's do 5 minutes. Temperature down to 350. We had too many variables. All right. But they are delicious. We're just figuring out how long to cook these for. 350 if they're thin, 1 centimeter or less than 1/4 of an inch. Here we go. Now they're flipping. This is just like pancakes. They get ready to flip when they're ready, okay? Not when I'm ready, but when they're ready. Yeah, perfectly this time. Perfect this time. All right, 2 minutes. It's 4 minutes on this thing here, so another 2 minutes and we should be done with that one. I think I'm going to save the rest of the dough for later because this is a lot of cookies, y'all. This is definitely a lot. Even this one here, this is the one that was the double one. It is soft on the inside, a little brown on the outside, okay? I don't want to eat anymore. I'm done eating. I got too many cookies here. I'm glad and this is my other one that I left for the half. All right, so let's get these things over. These aren't the prettiest cookies, but they are tasty. Not pretty, but tasty. They'd be nice with a bit of butter. No, I don't think you do need that. All right, now these are pretty. These are the cookies we did earlier. All right, we did the chocolate chip ones using the cake mix. Perfectly good chocolate chip cookies. And then these are the 3-ingredient peanut butter cookies that we popped in a Hershey Kiss in them. And those are perfect. All right. Wow. Yummy, yummy. Demi says to Aiden, try Blondie cookies done in London. All right. So we are down to our last few minutes here. And I'm going to save that dough for later, I think. I'll bring it out and try it another one. I'll chill it. We'll just put it in a saran wrap and chill it. We can cancel this because we're almost done with our timing on here. Yeah, perfectly done. Take these off. Ooh, quick, Alexis, quick. Quick as a wink. Ooh. So these are different Welch cookies, almost Welch cookies. I'm going to Google what Welch cookies are, and we'll go from there. Whew, that was a hot one. All right. Hot, 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 hot. They're hot, hot, hot. All right. Well, I hope you enjoyed enjoying our Hats Cooking Saturday with cooking with Christmas around the world. Up next. I forget who's up next, y'all. We still have a few more people to go on Hats Cooking Saturday, which next up is Melanie Faye at 2 o'clock, which we have about 12 minutes before Melanie comes live. So grab yourself some water, have a restroom break, and come on back and see Melanie and what Melanie in the United Kingdom, UK, what she's cooking up. All right, they're nice and hot. Whew. All right, they came out prettier. I think thinner dough. Okay, using 350 is going to be fine for you. And they are quite delicious little tiny cookies right here. All right. So anyway, I think that's it. I'm going to put this. I'm going to get some saran wrap out, plastic wrap. We do plastic. The name is saran. Okay, but it's plastic wrap. And I'm going to get that ball of dough over there, and we'll just put it. We can put it probably in the freezer if you want. If I want, or we can come back and cook this one at a later date. So there's my little ball of dough that we can cook at a later date. Look at that. And if I put it in the freezer, just smash it down so it takes less time to thaw out. All right. So we got that. For another time when Bryce gets home, we can make him that. And I have everything else is ready to go. All right. And I want to thank everybody for coming in and spending a little bit of your Saturday with us. If you're watching this on the replay, please type in #replay. Thank you, Aiden, for jumping in and saying, hey, go live again. All right, so that's our let me see. There is our Welch cookies right there. And they are delicious. Let me see if I got one right here. They are like soft, but hard on the outside, soft on the inside. And they have the nutmeg taste in it. So anyway, thanks for coming in. And I will see you all on Melanie's broadcast or on the next broadcast that we see you. All right. Thanks for visiting. If you want any of the Pampered Chef products, please reach out to me. They're all available for sale in the United States, though. All right. Bye, everybody. Sell them to my neighbors. I'm not selling these to my neighbors. I'm giving them away. Bye. Or my coworkers will drop them off there.